Bronny was drafted in the second round. And given what the NBA is, with the how the G League works, with how NIL works, with how free agency works, with how you have guys flip-flopping and jumping from team to team, which the way overseas basketball works, and how all of it works, how basketball works in general. It's a worldwide game. It's not just a game played in the USA. It's a game that's played everywhere. You being drafted in the second round is not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal anymore, especially when it was about you. There's a G League, and there's actually where he's going to be playing. The majority of his rookie year is going to be on the G League where he's developing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him having that opportunity. If you want to go deeper into it, it was D Wade's son. D Wade is part owner of the Utah Jazz, and D Wade's son actually was, I'm not sure if he's still there. I think he is. I think he might be there. He might be playing overseas somewhere. But D Wade's son actually ended up playing, or at least had an opportunity to play for the Utah Jazz's G League team, which isn't a problem. Okay, so when we're discussing this, and we're talking about the criticism, and for the guys, if you guys just joined today's topic, we're talking LeBron, we're talking Coach Prime, we're talking eventually we're going to get to the election and Trump, and all of that is going to be kind of a lesson when it comes to nepotism, and a lesson when it comes to a bigger lesson. The macro part of everything we're talking about is how to utilize nepotism, how to understand that there's nothing wrong with it. It's more of a positive thing. And if you look at it as a positive thing, you'll start to see people develop more passion for what they do. You'll start to see in organizations that are working more like a family. You'll start to see people showing up to work in a way that they're not just going for the check. They're not just going because it's making them a certain amount of money. And when you start seeing people who are doing it because of the passion and because of the love that they have for whatever work environment they're in, then you start to see organizations that are more closely knit. You start to see more quality products, more quality services for whatever it is you're trying to do. So when it comes to Bronny, and when it comes, and I'll close and I'll transition after I explain this, but when it comes to everything that we're seeing with the Los Angeles Lakers, whether it's JJ Redick getting the position because of the relationship that he had, because of the relationship that he had with LeBron and the podcast that they did, or, the way that LeBron's influence the influence that LeBron has had over the NBA for the past, decade, 2 decades at this point, there's nothing wrong with his son getting an opportunity, getting drafted in the second round, and eventually going and playing in the G League. Most likely is not going to, no one's going to be, he's not going to be LeBron James. We can all accept that. He's not going to be LeBron James on the basketball court. However, he can be LeBron James, or he can be the greatest in whatever he decides to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. And as a lesson for you business owners out there, the lesson would be, don't be apologetic about wanting opportunities for your kids. Don't be apologetic about doing your work and saying to yourself, hey, I'm doing this because I want my young people to eat. I'm doing this because I want to create opportunities for my younger generations. Do not be apologetic about that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that mindset. And saying that, we're going to get off LeBron now. We're going to transition that into what we're seeing in Colorado with the Colorado Buffs and Coach Prime. Now, here we go. All right. And I remember saying this, and just so we're clear now, I am recording this. Matter of fact, let me make sure everything is still live and all that good stuff. All right, I am recording this. I'm making sure I'm clear, because I'm recording this. It is October 28th, 2024. All right. Officially 2 seasons in, or 1.5 years seasons in, one little over a half, of Coach Prime taking over the Colorado Buffaloes, essentially taking over the media, taking over college, dominating the headlines, dominating college football media, at least, social media, and, all the press that he has brought to Colorado. We're officially 2 years in, pretty much 2 years in, and Coach Prime Time Deion Sanders has made the Colorado Buffaloes a team that is bowl eligible. They've won 6 games, and that deserves a hand clap. All right, that deserves a hand clap. It deserves a hand clap. All right, and this is for primarily for the players and the people involved with Colorado, the real fans. You know, whenever I talk Colorado football, whenever I talk uh, Coach Prime, I sort of try to directly have dialogue with the people who are real Buffs fans. All right. I try to more so listen to the ones who are actual not coach, but Colorado Buffs fans. And those are really, really hard to find the majority of the time.